Hello Leo, welcome to your reading for the 18th to 24th of April. I'm going to jump straight in. These are really hard to shuffle. I've already been doing a bit of shuffling with those. I'll just get these last few done. It takes such a lot of shuffling. I really appreciate you guys being here. Channel's not been going very long. Views are under 40, so you know, when I say I can't read for every Leo in the world, it looks like I'm reading to 40 of you. So this is I mean, one, I really appreciate you guys being here. Two, is a general reading, so take what resonates. Maybe look at your other sun, moon and rising signs to see if there's anything else out there. Try and get all 12 up before Sunday at 7 o'clock in the UK. Do appreciate people liking and subscribing. Really appreciate it. Channel's, like I say, very early days. Hope it's going to continue. True Black deck is a unique deck, and I'm really enjoying getting some readings with it. Occasionally I pause because I haven't been using this deck for very long and have to kind of go back to, in my head, what the Rider-Waite looks like and then bring that into this deck, which works most of the time, but sometimes there are really quite significant differences between this deck and a more regular one. But anyway, let's jump in. We're going to do a Celtic cross reading, and we'll see what's happening for you next week. Leo, here we go. Break cards come up again. Three of Swords. It always asks you either sword or the heart. It's card of healing if you're in a good state. But let's see what other things come up. Card of sorrow. This isn't looking like a very positive energy at the moment. Five of Pentacles is about self-pity, if I'm honest. It's normally pictured as two beggars walking past what looks like a stained glass window to a church. They're barefoot, they're obviously suffering, and they can't see the wood for the trees. It's like, well, why don't you just turn around and knock on the door of the church, or wherever it is. It's not specifically a church, but you know, maybe they'll feed you and clothe you and give you some money to be on your way. So it is a bit of a woe is me card, and it sits on top of the Three of Swords as well. Moon in the past, signs and portents. There's a load of energy with the moon, loads of potential energy to be tapped, but you have to work hard for it. This is in your near past, by the way, which could be, you know, it could be a week ago, a month ago, it could be Monday, Tuesday of next week. So it's just how it sits in the question. Near future, Page of Cups, rabbit on her shoulder there. She's created those two angel fish just out of her subconscious. Caring, nurturing, beautiful, soft, childlike, innocent energy. So that's a really nice one for the near future. We'll have to see what we can come up with to clarify the moon there. And then the root of the matter, the sort of subconscious part of it. Knight of Wands, brash, courageous, happy to jump in. She's got a shield, not a sword, because she kind of bashes her way in with youthful exuberance. She's not bullying away, and it's not like the police kicking down your door. It's just someone who's really pleased to be there. And because she's not got a sword, she's not trying to do any damage, although sometimes this energy can. At the top, the head of the matter, you know, what's in your sort of conscious state, is the Nine of Swords, the Nightmare card. And it's a really clever card on this one because it looks like a rabbit's impaled with blood pumping out of it, but they're actually rose petals, and that sword is transparent. That's because it's a dream. It's not real. You're worrying too much about what could be instead of what is, which is very similar to this. You know, the Five of Pentacles is woe is me. You know, I've only got 5 pentacles. It's like, oh, still better than a lot of people. So some interesting energy going on here. It's very positive here and here, you know, the root of the matter. But I think what's the moon card sometimes about illusion. So you're not careful, you know, you're misreading the signals. You know, I always think, you know, the sun card in the tarot is the best card in the deck. Moonlight is just sunlight bouncing off a marble in the sky. You know, there isn't. It's not creating light. It's just mirroring it. So there's a lot of mirror energy here. I'm not a big fan of the moon, as you can probably tell. Not the real one. The real one's fine, just in the tarot reading. This is where you're going to find yourself down here. This is the situation as you see it. Three of Wands, movement, action, direction, inspiring people. So this gull or gannet is going down to spear this fish and it's targeting, but it's bringing another 1, 2, 3, 4 4 other gulls are going, that's a good idea, and following you. So it's a lead by example card, this. And that's your internal influences. So that's what you're thinking. This feels less romantic and more businessy, which is the first time I've had a reading like that today. And then we get the King of Cups. King of Cups is, a really cool cat. If you see there, again, angelfish as a crown. He's got the 2 cups there because he's in touch with both sides of his nature, the conscious, the subconscious, finding the balance between the two. There's a squid there with a shoal of fish. Normally the squid's a predator, but in this case, swimming happily together. Everyone gets along. It's a really nice, calm energy. So again, to go from the page to the King of Cups here and here, that's really nice. So I would say you had a nightmare, but it's a load of nonsense because the reality is these 2 things here and this action down here. So far, I'd love to see this, Leo. Hopes and fears. This is a card of hard work. That hammer's still glowing from all the work that it's just been doing. 8 of Pentacles, a real card of craftsmanship and rolling your sleeves up, and people also seeing what you're good at. That's a great card to get in Hopes and Fears. That's kind of vindication of everything you've been doing. So if you're, next week at work, it's like, yeah, you're doing the right thing. People are going to see it. If it is romantic, and again, I'm not really seeing that, but if it was, you're doing a great job, So that's a really good thing to see. Yeah. Then we end with the King of Wands. Insightful. I mean, it's a very powerful looking king. This peacock feathers as a crown, so quite show offy. It's not quiet energy, but it's a lovely, relaxed, powerful energy. Like I say, it's not a show off kind of thing. It's, damn, I'm good. It's that kind of thing. What a great way to finish as your outcome. So we're going to get some clarity on those. Energy on the bottom of the deck. Never like to see the 5 of Swords, particularly not in this deck. In this one, this golden sword in the middle is chained to those other 4, and it's actually sucking the life out of them. So the flowers at the base here are growing beautifully, where everyone else is suffering because of it. And it's a bit of a... it's a mean-spirited card. Leo, this isn't you. I mean, it could be you've been put into a situation like that where you feel like you have to do it. The other thing is, you might be one of those 4 in the background. So you could be going, yeah, I know somebody like this, and I'm doing all the hard work, and they're taking all the credit. So that's just the energy that underscores the reading at the moment. But to be honest, apart from that 5 of Pentacles and that 5 of Swords, this is looking pretty good. I'm liking the Cups energy. So yeah, let's see if we can't get something clarified. Let's go for this. So on top of the 3 of Swords, often called the Heartbreak card. Again, I would just say, are you the sword or the heart? And can you heal from a situation? So again, it'll resonate or it won't. On top of that, right? Okay. On top of the 3 of Swords, you've got the 7 of Swords, which is the Cloak and Dagger card. I'm very big on karma as a real thing. So this could be gossiping, it could be some kind of underhand, some sort of deceit. What you've got to do is work out whether that's what you're hearing or what you're doing. So be really careful of that, because that biggest sword is being, it's hanging over the traitor, it's hanging over the rat. Don't be the rat, basically. And it's, there's 2 things. One, you could be sat here listening to this and going, I know exactly who he's talking about. Or you could go, yeah, I was going to dip somebody in next week. Well, I wouldn't do that. Yeah. Like I say, karma's a real thing. What you do now, it will come back times 3 later. Unless it's worth it, maybe you have to do something. Only you can answer that question. Crossing it on top of the 4, the 5 of Pentacles. Once you get over this self-pity phase, which you get rid of it on Sunday night as soon as you watch this. 4 of Wands, celebration, freedom, everything you want, solid, moving forwards. Yeah, really good. The freedom card. So you've got the freedom to go, do you know what, I'm not taking that. I'm not going to fall for this self-pitying thing. I think sometimes we can get out of bed miserable and have a miserable day. Maybe try get out of bed with a smile on your face and see if anything changes. Let me know in the comments below. Near past on top of the moon, you've got the star. She's turned up a few times. Again, the star has got a lot in common with these cups energy, because she's pouring water onto the land and into a pool in a more traditional deck. And that's all about that symbiotic balance between conscious and unconscious, and give and take, and as above so below. And it's also a card of promise and wish fulfillment. It's a really nice card to get. So that should be ringing some bells for some of you and go, yeah, it was a great week last week. Or, like I say, this could move into this week, and then the early part of the week is going to deliver that. On top of the brash, bold, beautiful, shoving your way in Knight, we have the Four of Cups. This just warns you to be careful. It's in my eyes, it's the kind of meh card. You can't, the cups don't interest you. So you're being offered 4 different things, and it's just like, no, nothing really interests me. Some days you sit at a meal or in a restaurant and you go, what would you like? And you just think, I don't know if I like anything at all. I can't decide. It could be because you're not hungry. It could be because you're in an Italian restaurant and you don't like Italian food. So you just need to work out why that card is there. Why is it you feel so jaded? Yeah, there's a reason for that. But like I say, that's the more subconscious level. So it might just be a gut feeling going, no, this job just doesn't do it for me. Something like that. So I don't think I need to clarify that any more than that. And then the Nightmare card at the top, the head of the matter, Devil. Devil's coming up a lot. Did we have that there before? No, because we've had it in another reading. The Devil is the whisper. It's the you're not good enough, or just have another beer, or it doesn't matter if you steal that, or you're a lesser version of yourself. So it's warning you. And again, it's a dream. This is a dream. So it's asking you to be mean and just not a very nice person. And you're like, Leo, you're not like that. You're better than that. You're proud. This is one of your strengths. So the devil is always up. They say the devil is within. God is without, the devil is within. And it's very much a sort of internal feeling, this. That imposter syndrome. I'm not good enough and people will find me out. And it she's got one finger up to her lips to whisper, this is a secret between ourselves. And it's just internal. It's your own mind, your own nonsense. It's like, kick that into touch. Near future, you got the Lovers. There's some attraction going on. There's some fate. There's some destiny between the two. I would say this is to do with attraction because it's sat on top of the Page of Cups there. So yeah, very much someone is attracted to someone else. If it's not a love reading, then it's a situation at work that's pulling you in, that's drawing you in, that's attractive to you. So it's that kind of thing. But it's definitely the word attractive, and this idea that this red string of fate holds you together, whoever you are and wherever you are. So that's quite a nice way to finish that little section there. And then down here where you've got, the action, the laid backness, the sort of physicality and reward and recognition here leading up to the king. Let's see what we get here. Empress, nurturing, motherhood, abundant, sensuality, all the good stuff, all the sort of strong feminine qualities. And again, we're not talking about genders here, but a really positive feminine quality. All the good stuff, basically. If all leaders were female, we wouldn't go to war. So it's that kind of lush, abundant. The one thing you've got to be careful of is if you're trying to get pregnant, this card comes up, it's a really good sign. If you're not trying to get pregnant, this card comes up, it's a warning as well. So just be careful of that. We're all grown-ups here, I don't need to say any more. But it's a fantastic card on top of that one, so that's really good to see. External forces, 8 of Cups. This is the it's sometimes a person walking away from the cups. It's very similar to the 4, where nothing serves you anymore. So all these cups, even some that are behind the veil there, they don't interest the person. Some have got cracks in them, so they're not perfect. But down at the bottom, that wreath is actually made out of swords, so it's an end to hostilities. And I think it's not a bad place to find yourself in, but people, I think what it says is, yeah, even in your sort of quieter days when you're less convinced, when the devil's whispering louder than he should, it's setting you off on a path. You're going, where I am now doesn't serve me, so I'm going to strike out onto this new path. And it's early days, it may not have happened yet. and you don't really know where it's going to lead. You just know that where you are at the moment isn't quite right. Now, if you're talking about that in a relationship, I'm not talking about leaving your partner. I'm just talking about there may be some aspects of the relationship that don't serve you, that don't work for you. Maybe, I don't know, they're working all the time, or they're not working enough. There's something like that I'm feeling. So that Eight of Cups is about, you know what, I'm just going to strike out and do my own thing. And it's not about leaving another person. It's about sort of sitting down with them going, this doesn't work for me. How do we get to the next stage? How do we level up? Eight of Wands, communication. So there's been some movement down here as well, with the Three of Wands, and then the Eight of Wands is the full blown. So you've got an 8 on top of an 8. So not only have you got this sort of hammer where everyone can see how good you are, there's some communication coming in. There's something happening fast. Again, hopes and fears. So there's definitely something happening next week that's going to come in quick. It could be that someone recognises your talents. And again, if it was a love reading, it would be someone going, I realise this person is for me. They're amazing. But it's going to happen fast. And your final card, the outcome. 5 of Cups. So you've got the 4, 5 and 8. And these are all the sort of slightly sour Cups cards. This one, there's a big cup at the front and it's crashed and made a noise. It's drawn our attention. And we're all going, look at the spilt milk. Nothing works anymore. Nothing entices me. And it's like, but there's still a cup filled with liquid here. You're looking at what you haven't got rather than what you have got, and you've got the ability there. You've got it all in spades to actually, this is a really powerful row. And I think these 3 cards here have all been sent by the devil. Yeah. So if you take those 3 cards out and the devil card, that's a fantastic reading. So what I would say to you this week, Leo, is you just need to, what's the word, drive that kind of, I always think of Leos as fiery and powerful, and they don't take any nonsense from anybody. And that's what you need to do this week. You need to kill off these 3 Cups cards here. Maybe not the 8. The 8's quite a positive one. You can go, this isn't working for me. But this card here, the 4, is like, what's the point? And the 5 up there, you're looking at what you've lost and not what you've got. The devil's very good at going, it's not good enough, is it? And you were going, well, I thought it was great, but now you've said that. Energy on the bottom of the deck, Ace of Swords, new start, and it's about that clear ringing bell. There's a flaming sword there as it's burst into life. It's even cut the bouquet of flowers as it's come forward. Swords don't arrive quietly. They arrive with vigour and clarity and real intelligence. So you know the answer to this. And again, that orange there, that fiery orange, is all very Leo. This is the answer here, right on the bottom of the deck, and it needs to just burn away those cards there, and leave you with the King of Pentacles and the 2 8s down here, this beautiful Empress, and all that sort of female, powerful Cups energy that was going through here like this. And I think then you'll be absolutely fine. So you're in for an interesting week next week, Leo, and I think it can go one of 2 ways, which I know is very open of me, but some of you will just burn it away and just live with the Ace of Swords and just set a fire to everything else. But do let me know how you get on, and I will see you next Sunday for more of the same. Have a great week. Take care.